Hi there, welcome back to our channel. We thought we'd do a chatty one for you today. Aid did a Ask Me Anything over on Instagram at the weekend, and there were some really cool questions and it just made us chat a lot, and we thought it'd be really nice to chat with you guys about it too. There's
So
some really nice questions.
Pick a few ones that we answered and just maybe talk a bit about them, because I think on Instagram it's great, you can kind of answer, but it kind of let us think a little bit more about stuff, so just our kind of thoughts. So
we just thought it'd be quite
nice.
It
was so
this is the Instagram account that Aid runs for us. Aid and Lisa do Disney, so I'll link that up below just in case you don't follow over there.
Yes, I do go and follow.
Yes, go on then. What's the first one? Let's jump straight in.
First one was the first one that was asked, actually, from Holly Does Disney, thank you, and it's least favourite Disney restaurant. Now, I think I answered this, and again, my apologies if I don't get it exactly as I recall what I said, but I'd say we didn't actually have there's not our least favourite, there's some that we're not as impressed with. Yeah, Tuscan House was one that was there. We also don't have, it's not like we've stayed on site a gazillion times. We don't have a huge amount of experience with Disney restaurants. We've eaten in a lot of Disney restaurants. Yeah, we have, yeah. But we haven't stayed. You know what I mean, though, don't you? I mean, we've done a cross section as well, because we've done your quick serve through to your sort of California grill. We've done the free dining. So we've done the dining plan. We've done the buffets. We've done the character meats. So. We've done we've done a fair few. You think of Pecco Bills. We've done that type of thing as well. So we've done our fair share of chicken and chips. Actually, I'm going to go straight in. Do you know, this wasn't one I thought of the other day. You've just reminded me. And I know lots of people really, really like it, and I'm really sorry, and I can't even remember the name of it. That's how much I dislike it. The one over in Tomorrowland, opposite Spaceship Earth, no, opposites, my mind's gone blank. The one where they're playing the music? Space Mountain, yeah, what's that one called? The one where I forgot what it's called, and there's I can't remember any of it. Is it Space... Oh, we're gonna. Why don't you look it up? I'll have a look. For me, it's loud. I don't like loud places, and it's so big. It's open. It's very canteeny, and it is your typical chicken nuggets and chips. And I don't like chicken nuggets and chips. But there's nothing else really on offer there. And each time we've gone there, it's because there's been nothing else available. We've done it twice now. We've done once in the evening, and we were rushing round. It was a really late night. And I think everything else had closed, whether or not it was maybe extra magic hours, and that's all there was. And to me, the, what do they call them? The chicken tenders, they just tasted burnt. I didn't like them at all. The kids liked them. And then the second time was our last... Whereabouts is it? It is... Cosmic Rays, that's what it's called. Yeah, Cosmic Rays Starlight Cafe. Yeah, and then the last time we ate there, do you remember? It was our last full day, and we go out for dinner on the last night, but we were staying at Bay Lake, and we just thought, you know, let's have a lovely evening in Magic Kingdom. We'll watch Wishes. No, it's not Wishes, is it? Happily Ever After. My mind's gone tonight. We haven't been for so long, have we? I know. And we love... What is wrong with my head tonight? I know the one you're thinking of, but I can't remember Haunted Mansion. Oh my gosh, I can't do a whole video like this. Should we just give up? Should we just... I would say go home, but we're already home. Oh. Do you know, I can't remember either. Columbia Harbour House. We love Columbia Harbour House, and it was closed. It closed early. And then nothing else for quick serve was really open, and we just wanted a nice meal on our last evening, and it made us realise how little there actually is quick serve wise in Magic Kingdom. And with Holly being vegan, Louis wanting to eat meat, we really struggle, and we ended up at Cosmic Rays. I mean, you got Casey's Corner, but you kind of then all Holly eats is chips, and we wanted a nice... No, and I'm talking generally here. I'm not just talking of last night. I mean, it wasn't like, oh, well, last night we need to have something special. It was just more the fact we fancied something nice. We hadn't had Columbia Harbour House, had we? But not on that trip. For that trip, and it was just a case we'd really been looking forward to. And we all love it there. We love it there. I just find
Cosmic Rays, just a letdown.
Can I just say something?
Don't like that.
Can I?
Thing, yeah.
Yeah.
Go on.
I'm not a huge fan of the chicken and chips, but it does do if you need something to eat. I would actually say though, we've had it in the Hollywood Studios, and it was really nice.
Yeah, that's the Backlot Cafe place.
There's two places. There's the Backlot Cafe.
They do the waffles,
and they do the. Is it the Darth Vader waffles?
Yeah.
There's that one, and also the other one is down. Oh, what is it? I think
it's by Hollywood Sunset Boulevard, isn't it?
Yeah, on Sunset Boulevard, and there's a place there. You had, was it a
chili dog?
A chili dog.
I don't like hot dogs, but I eat chili
chicken
dogs.
and chips. This was quite a few years ago, wasn't it? And it was just so nice.
I think the problem I have with Cosmic Rays is it's huge. It's loud. There's too many people in there. The ceilings are so high. It's just really, really horrible in there.
I think we'd also left it too long, and we were really hungry. I think that's one of the worst things to do is when you're really hungry.
And I think also for me, it was that it's our last night and we're rushing around trying to find somewhere to eat, and it just felt like a huge letdown. Whereas maybe if it had been like mid-trip or start of the trip, it wouldn't have been such a big deal. Grab some chips and away we go.
Yeah, and I also think, just going back to the question about least favourite, so yeah, that probably does kind of answer that. But I think also it isn't necessarily about the food. We know if you're in a quick serve, it's going to be a quick serve. It's like the same as you go to McDonald's or Burger King, you know you're not getting a gourmet meal. We know that. But I think a lot of things come down to the service and server, whether it be a sitting down, whether it be someone handing you over a tray. We had such a bad experience in Casey's Corner. I think there wasn't a side.
She didn't like anyone.
I don't think she had been able to get out of any side of her bed okay that morning. She was in a real.
She was pretty much throwing the hot dogs at people. She was horrible.
Yeah, and it really, I mean, literally it was that. But I was just shocked.
But it was really busy in there, and everyone was just having the same experience, and
exactly, yeah,
all kind of like laughing. It was just so un-Disney.
And on the other side as well, and I think I answered this or messaged Holly in this one as well, and saying about we'd had a Crystal Palace experience, and it was our server, and we did the dining plan, and we didn't know how. It was our first dining plan, our first meal on dining plan. We know how tipping works. Of course, we know that, but we didn't know how it worked with the dining plan, because, of course, you're not paying for your meal. So, what do you do?
And we're always generous with tips. We're not like your typical English people tipping, are we?
We'll thought do it in cash. So wait for everything to go through, and of course, I think you still have to. Did we have to do our card to get our receipt? Or
yeah, they give you a receipt.
Because you have to do what your credits are, isn't it? And I think he thought we weren't going to be tipping. And he wasn't the most friendliest of servers. It was a bit strange.
He was an older guy.
But he I think then thought we weren't going to tip, and it was almost like a switch had been flicked. And it was like he went really off, and even worse than he sort of was the rest of the meal.
It was our first morning of the trip.
Yep.
And all four of us, the kids as well, we all felt so uncomfortable. And it just really put a black cloud over that lovely meal, that breakfast, didn't it?
Yeah, so I think in regards...
We still bloody tipped him as well. I wish we hadn't now. Have you done that before, though?
Oh, yeah.
After you've tipped somebody because it's
the
polite thing to do. And then afterwards you think, I wish I hadn't. You didn't deserve it. But it just makes you realise that sometimes people are only nice because they want their tip.
Yep.
And they're not genuinely nice people.
Some are, but on the flip side of that, I remember we had, on that same trip, we had a wonderful experience in Cape May.
I know,
with the Naan. Was that his name? And he was so lovely.
Was it Domain?
Domain, was it?
Yeah.
Domain. And he was lovely. He couldn't do enough for us, and that made just such a difference. And it's the same thing.
Lovely.
It was a buffet.
I know.
So it's not like it was a pool sit down in one of the.
It's the seafood buffet in Beach Club. We were staying in Beach Club, and it was our first night there, and we just had such a fun evening, didn't we? And he just made it. He was so overly camp, wasn't he? He was so much fun. He just made us.
But it was everything.
He just made us all laugh. It was almost like he was a showman putting on a show for us.
But then we've had a similar kind of experience at Beaches and Cream. We've gone in there for lunch, haven't we? We've done that
Yeah,
and we've gone in, and the staff there are really good. Again, another guy there, he was actually older as well, and he was a couple of times, haven't there? And they've just been really, really friendly, and I think that's really what makes a difference. And Disney do pretty much get it right.
It's having somebody serve you with a personality. That's what I like.
I think that's really so. Kind of, I think. Least favourite, just going back onto that one, somewhere where maybe I wouldn't rush to choose to think of going back, Tuscan House.
Yeah, that's another one actually. We were really disappointed.
Which we touched on. I touched on the start, and that's why I answered. It was okay. It was. I think with Disney, a lot of the places that are buffet are all very, shall we say, similar. I'm not saying all the food's the same, because you could go to, what's the campground?
Fort Wilderness.
Fort Wilderness.
That gives me nightmares.
Fort Wilderness, it's almost barbecue type, isn't it? It's more
Trails End.
Trails End.
Yeah.
And it's more barbecue-esque kind of thing, but it's that same buffet feel.
You've just given me nightmares now.
So we understand buffets are buffets, and character meal buffets, and I think they're quite pricey for what they are.
I agree with that.
So I think in some ways I'd choose to do something like a Beaches and Cream and grab like a turkey club sandwich.
But
and an ice cream,
it comes down to the experience again. Tuscan House. Everyone raves about Tuscan House. It might be different if you go for breakfast, but for me it was too loud again. Too many people squished into a small place.
It's the up and down all the time. And that's more what I was saying. Like I prefer to do Beach and Cream. You sat down in like a diner. It's now bigger as well.
But I like the food area in Tuscan House. It's almost like you're going out to a market. The food was really good. But it was just, and I have to say, character meals, as much as they're fun, it's just too much breaking up your meal all the time. And especially when you've seen everyone, you don't really want them to come back round again.
But then is that also because we have done quite a few of them now? We have had some good experiences. Hollywood and Vine.
I was going to say that's my standout.
And again, this wasn't a bad experience or least favourite, but that was a good one, because I think we were there a little bit later.
We were the last people.
It was starting to empty, and the characters were still around.
They were just hanging out with us.
And there was this really sweet. There were a couple of Japanese girls, I think older teenagers, and they spent so much time like with the characters, and the characters spent time with them. But it was really entertaining.
Stuff, these two girls, they must have had bags and bags
soft toys,
little soft toys, and they had them all arranged on their table.
Yeah, exactly.
And they were just getting all the characters to hold their toys and take photos. And because nobody else was in the restaurant, there was only a few of us in there at the end. It was just brilliant, wasn't it?
Yeah,
we were all just laughing.
That was nice. But it was nice to have that time as well. So,
but there was
I do love character meals.
A couple of other English families when we were kind of all chatting between us, and that it was really fun actually.
Yeah, so I think that kind of answers that. I don't think there's really been a bad one. I'm going to say something a little bit controversial here.
Oh yeah.
And that's going to be about California Grill. Now, I know there's a lot of people do like California Grill, and I do like it. We were very fortunate to go there. It wasn't on the dining plan, was it?
But it was for another. It was a friend's wedding.
It was and so that was where we went to eat there, and it was lovely. But I thought it was quite.
I liked it. It's very, very rich.
Yeah.
And also, do you think it's also we made the mistake?
We'd had a long day as well.
We had a very, very long day.
So perhaps I'm being unfair in saying that.
I would like to go back again.
Yeah, in actual fact, you're probably right. So I'm kind of going to retract what I said about that. Well, it wasn't a bad experience, but I would say it wouldn't have been one I would choose to go to again. But now you've said that, in actual fact, it probably was because of the whole day. What I was going to
say though, there's so much food.
Yeah.
You think of the starters we had. I had this great big crab salad or something. Didn't you have sushi?
Oh, I had sushi.
That was so enormous. And I wonder then we went on to the five-way pork or something, and it was so good. And you see the portions, and it doesn't look much. And it was so rich.
In actual fact, I'm going to take back what I said.
It was good.
So I'm actually going to say no.
I think we were just knackered.
It was really good. I think it was more the fact we were tired. I think also we were waiting for the fireworks, weren't we? And we had been on the go since the first thing, and it had been a whole day, which was wonderful.
Had a really nice day.
Had a really lovely day. It's such a nice experience.
There's not many people that can experience a wedding.
No.
In the Grand California.
Yeah.
We were very lucky in the wedding pavilion.
It was very nice. So I think what probably was we were tired, and I think also because we were almost clock watching for the fireworks, which we didn't actually wait for, did we?
We were all too tired.
We were all too tired, so...
Yeah, no, I would like to do that.
So I'm going to take that back. Let's
do that next time we stay at Bay Lake. Let's make that a date.
So do you think we've covered the least?
Well and truly.
We've kind of talked about ones we like as well.
This is what I love, though. This is what I miss, the Disney chat and
but I
that kind of thing.
would also say in regards to food as well, I could just talk about some of the food for a long time. Thinking about Animal Kingdom, I think someone asked a question. It might have even been Holly who asked the question for this one. She actually asked about people's food choices in Animal Kingdom.
Yeah.
And I thought about it, and I thought...
Turkey leg.
Oh no. I was thinking about it, Yak and Yeti. We've done that once, haven't we?
Twice.
As a quick serve, to me, that is, I love it. With like the orange chicken, or we'd probably have sweet and sour chicken.
I had a vegetable curry last time.
And it's just,
so nice.
For me, I would choose that. It's almost like, I don't mean to say, oh, it's normal food. Touching on what we said about chicken and chips. It's
not
nice
your
to have something with rice. It's a bit like when you go to the food courts, isn't it, as well, having that kind of bourbon chicken and things like that. But I think there's so many things that we have kind of tried, and a lot of people say about park food being expensive. And yes, it isn't cheap, but then I'd much rather spend, I don't know what the prices are now, but I mean, say for example,
usually about $12.
Say chicken and chips might be $12 now. That, to be honest, isn't actually a bad thing if you know it's gonna...
Well, something we worked out, everyone says about park food being expensive, something we figured, if we're in a park anyway and we're staying like for the evening, it's cheaper to actually have a quick serve meal for the 4 of us than it is to like go off site and go to somewhere like Olive Garden or Applebee's or something like that.
Never used to be.
No, but also you're saving the money on tip as well. You're not paying that 20% on tip.
Yep.
So you can go to a quick serve.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously it's not your sit-down meal, but you're in a park, but you've also got the ambience of the park around you, which is really nice. Like, although I moan about us eating in Starlight, I forgot the name of it.
Cosmic Rays.
Yeah. We actually had a window seat looking out over the castle.
Yeah.
So it was really nice. The view was really nice. But that's what I mean. And we each had a meal for like $12 each. And whereas had we have gone elsewhere, we would have paid more than that and then paid...
the tip on top.
Yeah.
But no, so I think we've probably eaten more at the parks over the last few trips. They're more because of us actually being for adults as well.
And staying on site.
And staying on site.
The last couple of times.
Because we have been on site. It's a case of, you think about it, if you have been staying, say, at Beach Club, the thought of then just going around the boardwalk to go and grab a pizza
we love doing that.
For $20.
Which the 4 of us then share.
If you think, especially when it's warm, I don't know about anyone else, but we don't tend to eat as much when it's warm. So, as in the weather being warm, not the pizza. But it's also like, say, Bay Lake. Grabbing something like where's Columbia Harbour House? That for us is like a meal.
Really good,
isn't it? So it's just, I think there's a lot of factors there. So I think food wise, least favourite we've covered, probably favourite. But where would your favourite place be to eat?
What's
that we've been to?
Yeah, are you meaning
anywhere on Disney?
Ohana. I absolutely
I have to agree with you.
Ohana.
And we've got a tip for Ohana as well.
Have we? What's your
I've got a tip. You know what I'm going to say?
No.
We had one year, well, I don't know, was it my birthday? And
when you got up with all the kids.
Oh yeah, I did that, yeah.
To collect your lei and have happy birthdays.
That doesn't happen often, does it?
What, that it's your birthday? Once a year?
In Disney. No, there's...
Oh, we've both had a birthday in Disney,
we have,
haven't we?
Yeah. It's only Louis that hasn't.
Oh, Louis the only one.
Yeah.
Holly hasn't. No, we were in
we were in Chattanooga, weren't we?
Yeah, in Tennessee.
The tip with Ohana, we had one year when our server, who are known as cousins, aren't they?
Okay, yeah. Was it Cousin Joe?
I don't know who it was.
I think it was.
I think he was quite keen to get rid of his food.
And us.
Well, I'm not going to go there.
It's the same thing, isn't it?
But it'd come round, and for those who have been, it's a case of their skewers, they'll come over with the shrimp.
It's like Hawaiian barbecue food, or Polynesian barbecue food, isn't it?
Yeah, your steak, your chicken.
And it's eat all you can if you haven't been. Well, people might not know.
Oh no, thank you. So they come round, and the first time I think we did this, didn't think much of it, and they'd put like a couple of bits on your plate. You got a bit of this, something else. You got some noodles earlier on, and
so
salad
good.
And stuff like that. And so they just would come round, and you would generally fill up pretty quickly, depending on what your appetite's like. But then this one year, he'd come and there'd be a skewer, and he'd have like half a skewer of steak. And it would be...
Just put like 7 pieces on your plate, and then 7 great big shrimp.
But, okay, think fine, but then you kind of feel, especially with it being a eat what you can or a buffet, the fact that you can't then say, well, this is cold, can I have some more now, please? So we found now that just literally asking for 1 or 2 bits at a time to then ask for more, and it also keeps it hot as well. I think that year it was actually almost a disappointment, because then when you did have that on you, it didn't really taste as nice when it got cold, did it? But then you felt you couldn't say, can I have some more? And I think he just wanted to get rid of whatever he had.
And us.
Yeah. So, but love Ohana.
I love. We've never had an Ohana breakfast, have we? With
no.
Lilo and Stitch.
No.
Maybe that's something
nice
we should
for
do with the
fireworks in there
family.
as well. We've had fireworks.
You can see the fireworks from Magic Kingdom. They don't have fireworks in the restaurant, just to be clear.
I do want to try one of those pretzels in Top of the World.
Yeah, that would be fun.
Okay, and our second question.
Yeah, we haven't done very well with our questions.
Georgia Rachel Jade, I hope I've got that right, asked, what's the first ride we go on at Disney, or when arriving at Disney? So I answered this for each park, just to make it a little bit easier. Magic Kingdom, People Mover. That's one we always head for.
I think it's just like a little taster. You get to like go around, and you get all the nice music and the smells.
And we will then typically try and go on Space Mountain, won't we, when we're there?
Yeah. So also then, let's turn this into our 3 favourite fast passes for when we
the mountains, isn't it?
Yeah, we always do the 3 mountains, always.
Yeah, so it's often a case of, there's probably a lot of people do as well, isn't it? It's that choice of fast passes. But if you are in the park early, it's maybe have your first fast pass a little bit.
10 o'clock we usually do,
so you can try and get on something, and if you can, for example, Space Mountain. Now, we'll say People Mover, but if there's no queue for Space Mountain, we'd go on that.
Yeah.
Wouldn't we? And then People Mover, we'd probably have a fast pass for Space Mountain later, wouldn't we?
Yeah.
So.
Right. So then
Epcot. Frozen.
We always head straight for Frozen. We don't book a fast pass, we go straight for Frozen. Again, we all love Frozen.
Yeah.
Don't we? And we have a thing, we go on Frozen, so we go just through Canada, around that way, and then we come back out, walk back around the world, and then we go into France for breakfast.
Yep.
Picking up a Joffrey's on the way.
Yes. Yeah, something about that.
But then fast passes for Epcot, what do we do typically?
Ooh.
So I'm just trying to think. There's usually a soaring.
Mission Space.
No, we don't.
We have done Mission Space.
No, we don't. Yeah, we grabbed one last time. We haven't done it since 2010.
We had a bit of a wait on that, didn't we?
That's because somebody threw up. No, we wouldn't usually. It's usually...
I like that ride.
Soaring, Nemo.
Definitely Nemo.
And because you have your little tiers in that one, don't you? And usually...
I can't remember now.
Yeah, and then usually... Spaceship Earth.
I do find Epcot, out of all the parks, is the one where probably rides are least.
We love the 3 Caballeros, but you don't need a fast pass for that.
The rides are the least kind of priority of going. I mean, for us as well, parks are generally, we like the rides, but also just being there is fun.
I just thought of something. Let me know if you know the 3 Caballeros. We have a friend who's been going there forever. She never knew it was in there, did she?
No, hang on. She didn't even know there was the restaurant in there.
Yeah.
She didn't even know
that you could go into
the Mexican pavilion. And they've been going longer than us.
Yeah, she's been going there forever. Pretty much every year.
I think we told them what was about 6 months ago about it and was sort of totally shocked.
So tell us, actually, is there something that you know about Disney World, that you think others may not know, like a shortcut or something like this, a little secret that you think that others may not know? That would be interesting. Yeah, I thought that was really funny.
So that's
our Epcot.
That's Epcot.
So Hollywood Studios.
I think it's Starbucks first, and then sitting at the tables.
We usually go straight to Tower of Terror, and then Starbucks. Don't we?
Yeah, you're probably right. Actually, yeah.
If there's no queue. Fast pass wise, we love Slinky Dog for a fast. Again, you've got the tiers there, haven't you?
Yeah.
I can't remember
how they changed them as well, so it varies or has varied.
Rock and Roll would always be high on our list.
Yep.
Tower of Terror, but I think they were in 2 separate tiers last time.
Yes.
And then again, we just end up with like a Star Tours, which quite often you don't even need a fast pass for. But it's one of those where we don't do the shows there, do we?
No, I'd say last time we were there, it was during the storms, wasn't it? And the hurricanes, and we'd just flown in, and we from the west coast, and it is the quietest I'd seen. And I think some people have actually said, who are locals, it was as quiet in that 2019 as it kind of has been when they reopened after the pandemic.
Okay.
So it was dead, wasn't it?
Well, it was the first week opening of Star Wars, and there was nobody around.
It was dead, and it was.
So
you almost felt
weird.
like you wanted a bit of atmosphere.
We have got those videos, by the way. So if you haven't seen our last trip, I will leave the link below if you want to go and take a look. We've got the whole road trip beforehand. We did California, and then we went on to Disney. So if you're not interested in the California side, we start in San Francisco and then we end up at Disneyland. So there is the Disneyland side
with Universal or Hollywood as well,
and then we fly over for 7 nights staying at Bay Lake. So if you want to just flick forward to that, but we actually arrived, we flew in on the evening that the hurricane was due. Orlando was closed, but we were able to get a flight from LA. We changed it to Tampa, and we actually arrived the night the hurricane was due.
MCO closed, didn't it?
Yeah,
so.
And then we had a week in Orlando, and there was nobody around. It was silly, really crazily quiet. We got so lucky, didn't we? Especially as we didn't have any effects from the storm at all.
No, I think that night was the actual worst. I mean, not that it was bad, but
we arrived and all our balcony furniture was in
inside.
Our room.
They'd obviously like cellophane, or we'd call it cling film, but shrink wrapped all the bins to the lampposts and things like that. But it was really quiet. Just going back to Holly Studios there, just to let you know, we haven't been. Rise of the Resistance wasn't open, and also Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Train, or just
so,
Mickey's?
Yeah.
That
and we haven't seen any spoilers.
No,
we've avoided everything.
We've actually managed to not see anything. So they weren't open, so hence why we've not mentioned those, because they weren't there when we were there.
We haven't ridden Hagrid's ride either, because we didn't do Universal in Orlando that trip. Because we were in California just before. And we haven't seen spoilers for that either.
No, so
we've got lots of exciting things to come.
So I think Hollywood Studios that's.
What about then Animal Kingdom?
Well, see, Animal Kingdom's a bit of a, let's say, a funny one. We would often try and do the safari first thing.
We head straight for safari, don't we? So we don't get a fast pass, and we like the animals first thing. They seem to be a bit more active in the morning. And now,
Animal Kingdom's got some really good rides, hasn't it? Dinosaur would probably be one we would.
Well, we would always try and get a Flight of Passage. That would be our number one. That's probably our favourite ride of all time, of everything.
Yeah, you reckon?
Do you not?
I love it, but
apart from Mission Space, Tower of Terror in Mission Breakout. Sorry, Tower of Terror in
Guardians Mission Breakout.
Yeah, in California.
Yeah, that is.
But
brilliant.
talking of Disneyworld, I would say.
Yeah.
Yeah, do you not?
I love it, and I think it's the best simulation. But in regard to ride, would it be the one I would say I would choose to go on?
That surprises me. I thought it would be.
Probably is. Oh no, probably
what
is.
Else then would there that would top that?
I love Everest.
I love Everest.
So I think Everest
gives me a headache though.
Everest is probably close, and this is what I was just going to come to with Animal Kingdom. I think probably a lot of people think, right, need to go to Everest, need to do. What else is there? I'm trying to think. Dinosaur.
Everest. What I like about Everest, you can get on and off. You can go around really quickly, and especially first thing in the morning, and also when
Rivers of Light.
Was
that's
on.
not when that was
on. So you can go around and keep going on that one. But whenever I do 3 times in a row, I get such a headache. And do it at night time. If you haven't done it at night time before,
it's lovely.
It's so good. You get such amazing views. You get such a different feeling.
As you're going up, look around and have a look, and you'll see. Because I think you can see Epcot, can't you?
Yeah,
from
you
one
can see
side.
Swan
And I think,
and Dolphin. And
but I think the Everest, like Lisa said about the fact of later on at night, I think the queues can be quite big. When Rivers of Light was on, it'll be empty. So as you said, we go round and round. So sometimes if we hadn't had a fast pass for Animal Kingdom, we may even just go back in the evening to the park, and just to go and do that. Although the last time it broken down, didn't it?
Oh yeah.
So we couldn't do that.
That's true.
But no, I think in regards to that is, I don't know, there's a few there that we quite like. I think,
I really like it, and we love Dinosaur. That for us is almost like a family ride.
Yeah, Dinosaur's brilliant.
Yeah.
And also Primeval World we used to love.
Yeah,
obviously
we did. We've had so many family laughs
that's
on there.
obviously closed now, so won't ever be able to ride again. But that whole area, I think something does need to be done, and I'm sure it will be. It's kind of a something and nothing dino, but that means, and I'm so glad we have done Primeval World, and Dinosaur is brilliant.
Yeah, that's really good. Shall we call it a night with this video?
Yeah.
And we'll answer some more questions. Right, the other thing I wanted to say was I wanted to do some some YouTube recommendations of what we've been watching and enjoying lately.
Okay.
So, for example, because I know like quite a lot of people are looking for things to watch. Spoonful of Sugar have got a new series come out.
That's the 2019
videos.
Is it May?
I can't remember, but they hadn't actually edited them, and so I believe Gemma's doing one a week, isn't she? But so go and check out Spoonful of Sugar. Their videos are really fun. I really enjoyed their vlogs. I really do. And the other one we've been watching, it's not Disney at all, but if you like travel videos, and I've spoken about it on my vlogs before, we've been watching Cara and Nate. You may know them. They've got a really big, they've just reached 2 million followers, and it was actually one of you that actually recommended them to us, and we love their videos. They started traveling almost 5 years ago now, didn't they? And it was supposed to be a year of travel, and then they ended up making a career out of it actually. And they've ended up travelling for 4 years, just over 4 years, over 100 countries. Literally
got the 100th in as the pandemic struck, and they had to rush to get back to the US.
Yeah, they live in Tennessee, in Nashville. We absolutely love their videos. We've gone all the way back to the start, and we're just seeing places that some we never knew existed, and it's opened our eyes up to a lot of things that we'd never considered before. And I made a bucket list journal a while ago, and so where's the place? Is that Tanzania, wasn't it?
Zanzibar.
Yeah, Zanzibar in Tanzania, isn't it? In Stone Town. We've just added that to our bucket list. Might be we never do it, but if ever we do want to think, right, let's do something different, I've got my bucket list now that we've made notes of.
Yeah, it's really good
and a real escapism as well, which I love. The other one I have just binge watched whilst I was working, Lee and Nick, the Lodge guys. I went back to their very first trip that they vlogged, I believe their first Disney trip, January 2019 I think it was.
Was that with Daffy Duck?
Yeah, Lee kept calling Donald Daffy. I'm sure
I think we're having that experience today, Will. It's so easy to do.
But it was what I love about their videos as well. They're not your typical Disney videos, and I think that's what I like, especially right now. I don't want typical Disney videos in some ways. I don't want to see them how it is now. I haven't been watching Disney vlogs, but it is a sense of escapism, and I find their videos really funny because they're not your typical Disney vloggers. But I've just binge watched that whole series over 2 days whilst working. It was really easy to watch and really funny. So yeah, I recommend maybe some of your favourite YouTubers going back and watching their old series. I know a few of you have said that you've done that with ours as well, which is really kind of, we've actually gone back, we've been watching our old videos, haven't we?
It's just a nice way. I think it was 2016 we've been watching. We
never vlogged that trip.
Oh no, 2017. Sorry.
No, we've been watching 2018.
Oh, was it 18? Oh, sorry. Yeah. 2018, the road trip, wasn't it?
Yeah.
The Chattanooga in Tennessee. Yeah. I think it's just a nice way. I mean, think before you'd have looked at through photos, wouldn't you? And then it's people looking at their phones and things like that. I think having a video, it's just so nice, and also with it being in order, it's just a nice, it's a nice keepsake as well. So.
But let us know if you've got any recommendations of who you watch that you think we may enjoy that we don't watch already. But I think we're going to do a couple more videos like this, chatty ones.
We might just slot them in as and when kind of
but
thing.
Let us know if you like that idea. We've had really fun.
We might get another question done in 20 minutes.
I know. That's the problem though, when you start talking about Disney, you kind of just go
But also it can be other things. It doesn't have to be Disney. It could be travel,
this
us,
has been really nice,
anything.
isn't it? We need to make some dinner.
Yeah.
Let's say goodbye.
Is that takeaway today?
No, I'm trying to lose weight.
Okay.
I've done really bad. But thank you very much for watching. We hope you've enjoyed it. Let us know if you have, and let us know if you'd like a few more like this.
And please, if you don't already, please subscribe and like the video.
I was looking at my analytics today. Only 60% of our viewers are actually subscribed to our channel.
Are they? Should we see if we can get that higher then?
Yeah, because we're nearly at 6,000.
Yeah,
it's only taken me forever to reach this.
It's only taken 6 years, isn't it? Was it 4 years? No,
I can't remember. 4 years, I think. But no, please do subscribe to our channel.
It does make a huge difference, yeah.
And if you've got friends that you think might enjoy it, please let them know. Share our videos. We'd really appreciate it.
Yeah. Thank you. I hope you enjoyed those 2 questions that we answered.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
See you in the next one.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.